Welcome to Hood Champion Boxing and Sports. In boxing, you find a way to win or you find a way to lose. Listen, people. This Edwin de Los Santos, Shakur Stevenson fight is no joke. You know, it bothers me that people aren't giving de Los Santos a chance to really get in this ring and get a win against Shakur Stevenson. Now, I'm going to agree with you all. I think Shakur Stevenson should be the favorite. But when you take a look at De Los Santos, who's 16-1, right? We got to put some things in perspective here. We've got to. Shakur Stevenson is 20-0, Olympic pedigree. But let me tell you what the difference of this fight could possibly be. It could be the fact that De Los Santos is willing to risk disqualification to defeat Shakur Stevenson. And I'm going to let y'all know right now. When De Los Santos came in the ring as a last-minute opponent for this guy, Valenzuela or El Rayo, let me tell you something. No one expected him to do what he did except for himself. De Los Santos has a lot of belief in himself. He has a lot of grit, a lot of determination. He's not going to sit back and allow this fight to be dictated by Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson is going to have to try to find a way to discourage De Los Santos. But I'm letting y'all know right now, what I anticipate happening here is a Maidana-Floyd Mayweather 1. And I expect De Los Santos to be on Shakur Stevenson, to foul him, rough him up. I can see a referee give it. They need to have the right referee for this fight. I'm going to tell you right now, they need to have the right referee. Because when you talk about De Los Santos, he has power in both hands. Shakur Stevenson, I think the verdict's still out on him. He says he has the power to knock people out. People who have sparred him say that, hey, he hits harder than you think. But Shakur Stevenson is a guy who's going to get in the ring, systematically break you down, discourage you, and then if he has the opportunity, then he'll definitely go for the knockout. But Shakur's not in there looking for a mash-up, crash-up. That's not Shakur Stevenson. He's a very intelligent boxer. But he may be forced into a mash-up, crash-up type fight with Edwin de Los Santos. De Los Santos throws punches from weird angles. He has extreme speed and power in both hands. And his punch placement is underestimated. And it's underrated as well. Now, again, I'm going to tell you, I think Shakur Stevenson, when you look at him and the pedigree, it's only right to go with Shakur to get the win. But what happens when the real deal starts? And now Shakur Stevenson finds himself getting busted up, shook up, roughed up in the ring. If he gets hit or he slips or accidentally slips or whatever happens, and De Los Santos comes and catches him with a devastating shot. Let me tell you, De Los Santos is cool with losing 1 or 2 points to get the advantage, because he's like, hey, I don't care about losing the fight. I want to lose the battle. So as far as losing 1 or 2 points in a round, that's a fight. Getting to the end of that fight and getting his hand raised or getting a knockout, that's the battle. And that's all De Los Santos is thinking about. If he comes early in the fight and is able to somehow hurt Shakur Stevenson, whether it's intentional or it's an illegal shot, he doesn't care, because over the course of the fight, if he did enough damage in that illegal blow, well, then he should get the upper hand and he can start to gain momentum and just start to systematically break Shakur Stevenson down like Shakur Stevenson did him. We saw when Floyd Mayweather fought Marcus Maidana. Floyd was very uncomfortable in that ring in that first fight. He did have great moments, but Floyd wasn't comfortable. And I'm not saying Maidana fought a clean fight. I'm telling you he did. Maidana was doing some crazy stuff in that ring. But sometimes that's what needs to happen if you really want to get to that next level. I'm going to tell you right now, with Jose Valenzuela, El Rayo, I've never seen someone just taking jabs like that. And his head was just flying all over the place from those Edwin de Los Santos jabs. Let me tell you, when you're getting hit like that and your head snapping back, it's like getting hit with a straight right hand or straight left hand. And I was surprised that De Los Santos had that power. But since that fight, I've seen him fight again, and I know for a fact that he's got the goods. He's got the firepower. But then again, when you have fighters who have tremendous heart, sometimes the referee needs to save them from themselves. And I think that's what you got here, man. 2 young fighters. There's no need to get, this devastating punishment so early in their career. They have an upward trajectory. Both of them are successful, Shakur more successful, but both of them are heading towards the mountaintop. Neither one has reached there yet. But I'm going to go ahead, man. I'm going to shout out Shakur Stevenson and De Los Santos because I think we're going to get a very impressive outing between the two of them. And no matter what happens, I know for a fact they'll both be back. Both of these guys are two of my favorite fighters. And when I say favorite, I mean guys I really like looking at. But my no-kidding favorite boxers ever is Zab Judah and Chris Bird for my own personal reasons. But it may be hard for some people to watch Shakur Stevenson getting there. I don't think Shakur's going to be able to throw his jab out or pull down the high guard or the guard of De Los Santos and then throw his shots or go around his guard. I just think those first 4 rounds are going to be very, very dangerous, more for Shakur Stevenson. Because De Los Santos, he's hungry, man. It's a different type of hunger. With cats from, well, just, I want to be careful what I say, right? All I'll tell you is it's a different kind of hunger coming out of him as a Dominican fighter and Adamus as a Dominican fighter. You can see, like, there's something in them. They're not trying to lose. They're not trying to play. They're like angry fighters. You know what I mean? They're like, they may have more anger in them than Terrence Crawford. Like, there's no way in the world Terrence Crawford and a guy like De Los Santos or a guy like Adamus can get face-to-face and have back and forth with trash talking. Someone is going to throw a punch. That's just how these guys are wired. You know what I'm saying? They ain't going for that. They're ready to throw down. But bottom line is what I think could be the difference in this fight. One is the referee. It ain't even about what Shakur Stevenson brings to the table skill set wise. We know he's one of the best. We're not here to debate that. What I'm telling you is when I saw De Los Santos blatantly, let me see. I can't play the video because it's copywritten. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to deal with that. But let me see if I can. Let's look right here. This is where he fought Valenzuela, and Valenzuela went down. And this fella here, he kept punching, and he ended up losing a point. And that's it's kind of unfortunate for him, but that just told me right there, he doesn't care. He's letting his hands go, and he does not care if he loses a point, as long as he ends up getting the win. And that's all he wants at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? That is all he wants. He wants to end up like this, with his hands in the air. And the way these boxing rules are, unfortunately, these guys can get away with some murder in the ring and have points taken opposed to getting an instant disqualification. Because a lot of times these referees, that could be their final fight if they make a bad call. And it's so subjective that it's tough on the referee. But I definitely think when it comes to Shakur Stevenson and De Los Santos, they got to watch for the elbows. They're going to have to watch for the shoulder. They're going to have to watch for if Shakur Stevenson, somehow they turn or if he slips, De Los Santos trying to get an advantage by throwing a dirty shot. And I'm not knocking it. And I'm not saying he can't fight because the only reason he can get wins because he's a dirty fighter. No, he can fight. But that being said, we're going to see just how far this fight goes, because I'm telling you right now, man, I don't think people are giving De Los Santos the respect he deserves. There are some people who really feel that he's going to pull off the upset. A lot of people feel that way, and that's not my opinion. I just think it's a good fight. But I'm telling you, when I take a look at him, man, and just height wise and everything else, here Shakur Stevenson, man, it's pretty comparable. It's pretty comparable. I don't know, but we're gonna see. We're gonna see just what they bring to the table, man. I'm very interested to see what happens, man. These Dominican fighters, man, these guys are really putting their country on the map, and they're not here to play around at all. De Los Santos, people who don't know, that man's standing about 5'8", 5'9". He's taller than Shakur Stevenson. At least this box rec, how that goes, but you know how that is. Man has 88% KO ratio. And his reach is about the same as Shakur's, maybe a little bit less. But I'm telling you right now, when you take a look at him getting these knockouts, man, and what he brings to the ring, and I think he learned a lot from that split decision loss to William Foster back in January 2022. I really think he's going to show what he's made of in this fight. But again, I just think you need to watch out for the Marcos Maidana Mayweather tactics, because he's going to do whatever it takes to win this fight. That being said, y'all keep cool. Shout out to the veterans, all 7 continents. I'm in the breeze.